Good morning, children. Today we're going to do some printing. Some simple printing using potatoes. So hopefully you've got some potatoes around the house. If you don't have potatoes, you could use apples or a sweet potato or lime or lemon. A lot of vegetables would do the trick, but potatoes really work very well because they absorb the paint and they've got a smooth surface. I've got some watercolor paints, but in an earlier lesson, if you don't have paints, in an earlier lesson we talked about some simple paints that you can make at home using spices and items around the house. So you could make your own paint. So I got some paint brushes, and we also talked about if you don't have a paintbrush, you could use a Q-tip. All right, I'm going to dip my paintbrush in the water. And the first color that I'm going to use today is a bright, cheerful red. Really swish my brush around in that nice red. And what I have done with my potato, and you want to get an older brother or sister or mom and dad to help you with a knife, I've cut out a little triangle or pie slice shape right here on one part of my potato. So I'm going to paint everything red on my potato except for that pie slice. Really trying to get a lot of color on that pie slice. I mean on everything but the pie slice. Excuse me. You must be thinking it's opposite day. Painted it completely red. Missed two little spots right there. And now I've got some paper. This is just actually some leftover mimeograph paper, not mimeograph, I'm showing my age, some leftover copy paper. And I'm going to press down. I think I'll try and make two prints. All right, I made two prints. There are my two prints. Okay. And I'm going to give them a little bit of time to dry before I do what I'm going to do with them. And now I have got just a plain potato, just plain and round. I'm going to paint it green. So I'm getting my brush filled up with green. This would be easier with tempera paint, but I don't have tempera paint at home. I need to go by the school, my art room, and get some tempera paint. But I'm trying to use just easy things that I have at home that would be easy things that you have at home. Going to make with this, so I painted it all green. It's a pretty springy green, and I'm going to make a lot of prints with this green. So I'm going to have to go back because I've run out of paint. And I'm going to have to go back and paint it again. I'm going to try and go fast because it's not very exciting watching somebody paint on the computer or on your phone or on your laptop. Okay, so I'll do 5 stamps. So here we go, 5 stamps. So I've made 5 stamps, you can see, 5 stamps. And I'm going to turn it into a caterpillar. All right, so we'll paint the whole thing. I was going to use a Sharpie marker, but I'm going to do the whole thing in paint. So I'm getting some black paint now. Really going to slurp some black paint up with my brush. Okay, so I'm going to give my caterpillar some legs. We have a lot of legs. Legs, 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 legs. Legs, 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 legs. So there's all his legs. Now what does he need? Oh, he needs some eyes. Eyes, eyes, and a smile. Can't really remember what caterpillars' mouths looks like, but mine has a smile. And they have antenna, so we need some antenna. Okay, and maybe he has some little hairs on his back. Sometimes they're hairy, prickly. All right, so there's maybe he's the hungry, hungry, hungry caterpillar. All right, and now back to those red things. They look kind of like Pac-Man maybe. All right, we're going to turn those into ladybugs. So the first thing we're going to do is give them black ladybugs heads. All right, and then some ladybug spots. And then they're insects, so they'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. And they need their antenna also, because most insects have antenna. All right, so we've done a caterpillar and 2 ladybugs. Now with the simple circle potato stamp, what else could you imagine to make? I'm going to put, let's see, I think this is purple here. Yeah, that's purple. So I'm going to paint some, well, no, I'm going to paint blue. I think blue would go over the green better. So I'm going to just paint some blue right on top of this green. And I'm going to make stamp and a stamp right next to each other like this. And in the middle, I'm going to make a body. And 2 antennae. And I've made a butterfly. So, potato stamping is fun, and think of all the different things that you could make today or tomorrow or the rest of this week with your potato stamps or vegetable stamps. Have fun being creative. Bye-bye.